conquista tutto. L'amore conquista tutto.
Hey there and welcome to, I've forgotten the episode, I think we're 65 of the Unfiltered and Undiscovered podcast. We've got our special guests with us today. We've got Zach and we've got Alex from Tailor Made Rejects. And of course, down there in Adelaide, I've got my co-host. How are you, Braggy?
Good, Curly. Got the fire on as usual.
Yeah.
And it's been raining all day today. It's actually shit. It's proper winter now. Shit weather. But I'm going to be up in Queensland in a week or so. So
looking forward to it.
Can't wait.
Looking forward to it. It's been raining here as much too. So it's actually nice to live somewhere where you can actually set a fire up, I think. So we don't get that chance often here in Queensland. So now the only little bit of music news is Eliza and the Delusionals have released their new album. Sounds pretty good. There's a couple of new songs on there, and they're touring again here in Australia in August. And Braggy, you'll be going.
And they're coming to Adelaide.
They're going to Adelaide, so you'll be at the Adelaide show, and I'll be at the Brizzy show, no doubt, with my daughter again. So now it's going to be cool. The only other news that we're going to talk about is the footy, because your Melbourne Demons are still flying high.
Not still undefeated. That's like 16, 17 games in a row. You know, they got this one guy that was a rookie drafted last year, and he hasn't lost a game yet, and they've won a premiership.
Yeah.
So how's that for a start to your career? What's going on with the NRL?
I don't know. Zach, what's going on with the NRL?
Oh, mate.
Who's your team, Zach?
Brisbane Bronco.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
currently 5 in a row.
Yeah.
Hopefully getting it 6 this week. So,
and
then leading up to the Origin selection. So I'm really, really excited for that. See what happens there and see if we have any debutantes starting. But it's getting good.
I love the Origin here in Adelaide because no one else gets it. And I get the big screen all to myself somewhere in some pub. It's great.
Amazing.
It's great.
Keep the beers flowing. Big screen.
Yeah. But they love it. They love it here. That's the only time they ever get into the NRL is when State of Origin. They really get that because they miss their own State of Origin. They don't have that in AFL anymore, and they when they see the NRL, they can't work out why.
No wonder Zach was keen to talk about the NRL. He wouldn't be talking too much about the Broncos last year, I guess.
No, we're just going to strictly talk about the last 5 Bronco games and maybe the first one.
They're like a brand new team, aren't they? It's amazing what Adam Reynolds has brought to the Bronx.
Oh, it's unreal. It's absolutely unreal. Just that bit of experience, even from like Kurt Capewell, Ryan James, Branko Lee, all those experienced players coming in this year has just changed all these young guys. So it's nice to see. It's really nice to see. Yeah, it is.
And Selwyn Cobbo's just setting the world on fire, and he might be one of those guys in Origin picked on Monday. So
yeah,
it'll be cool.
We'll see.
Now we have the Tailor Made Rejects with us because they released their EP recently, and it's called Selfmedicate, and the boys have got their...
Oh, that's it. Hold it up.
It is.
They've got their...
It's a real thing. You can touch it.
So how many songs is on the EP?
It's 5.
5?
5 songs.
Yeah.
5 songs. Yeah. We released 2 singles.
Yeah.
First one, Fading Colors, then Ghost of Paradise, and we released then the whole EP.
Yeah.
Like a whole 6 to 8 month process, I guess, from the first single to releasing the whole EP.
Yeah.
And brilliant idea, actually. It was we were kind of winging it, but also kind of not. Like we had the layout of the plan, and then it just all perfectly flowed in a very stressful, chaotic way.
Yeah.
It's true.
I'm still amazed you guys find time to actually record stuff because you gig so hard, and You know, you've got a number of gigs coming up again as usual. So, how do you find the time to fit all this in?
Maybe the answer is passion.
Yeah,
we just really like doing it.
it's
You guys
looking
have-
at the quietest month and going, that month, we'll do it that month.
Yeah.
And you guys have regular jobs as well?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Jeez,
Yeah.
man, that is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we won't even talk about the quality of the fucking film clip, will we? I mean, Ghosts of Paradise, my God.
Oh, we've got to talk about the film clip, but we should watch it
Okay,
first.
shall we put on Ghosts?
I reckon we hit it right
All
up.
right, let's
Curly.
start with that, and then
Yeah.
we can talk about the film clip. So,
Boys are going all Matrix on us.
yeah, it is. It's
Oh,
but it's the quality of the video. Like, it's 4K. It's scripted. There's obviously some acting lessons that have gone on in there, and it's so let's
I'm not
put
sure.
on Ghosts.
I'm not sure we're going to the Golden Globes.
Walking down this lonely road, blinding sun winding a path back home. How do I get up out of here? Seems like I've been burning 400 years, yeah. Hey, yeah. Life's a judgment and a cigarette. I thought that someday I might live without regret. Here I am, still burning from this acid rain, trying to remember the stench of bad days. And I know we all fall victim sometimes. It's just the way we stay alive. Yeah, just when the sky is falling, a new way to live is flash before our eyes. And for a tiny price, we can live in paradise, but we don't pay with money. No, we're paying with our lives. And I know we all fall victim sometimes. It's just the way we stay alive. Yeah, just when the sky is falling, I knew we live is not before eyes. And for a tiny price, we can live in paradise, but we don't pay with money.
I love it. Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you.
It's so.
Now tell us what it means. Tell us what the video means.
Yeah, did you guys come up with the idea, or did someone else pitch you the idea? Or
I was actually out of that call, that meeting. So that's an Alex question. I got told it through like several different like Facebook messages, and I'm like, yeah, cool, whatever. Yeah, I'll find out in a day. Like,
so Zach, were you like, we got to wear what? What are we? Why are we wearing?
Yeah,
it?
what are we doing?
what are we doing? And it was handed to me. I'm like, you want me to get into this
Yeah.
at 3 a.m. in the middle of Bribey Island? Okay, cool. Good to know.
Yeah, it was very interesting filming because one of the days was 18 hours
Wow.
non-stop.
Wow.
Yeah.
We were dead after that, and it took 2 3 days to complete the whole thing,
Two,
because
three.
we had everything scripted and everyone had a role there, and it took a couple of takes to get everything.
I can
Yeah.
imagine. I can imagine. Now,
Yeah.
Zach, was that you
But-
being tackled on the beach, or were you doing the
Yes.
tackling?
No, that was me getting tackled by Nathan. It was a good tackle. It was a really good tackle.
Yeah, it
After the
was.
first take, I looked at Nathan. I'm like, that was really good, dude. Let's do it again. Like, you did a great prop forward. Like,
It's amazing the amount of behind the scenes that we have from those days.
Yeah,
It's so fun watching it.
There's so many bloopers, I'd imagine, that will come out in your social media. But what? Explain it all to me. There's the
Okay.
digital clock. There's things that you touch that spark up, and
It's like a video game, isn't it? You got to get to that thing before you. Is
sort
that
of.
right?
So, like, the whole story of Ghost of Paradise, the song, is about, like, you're constantly chasing something and you keep failing, so you keep going back and trying. So, it's like we've all tried so many different bands in our tenure of being a musician. So, like, our previous selves have died, so the ghosts of Paradise, because we're trying to chase this dream of being a rock star. So that kind of
yeah.
ties in with that, how we're constantly chasing something we don't know what it's going to lead to. And in the end, as we're all, like, beaten, broken, and battered, we come together as a band. I guess that's probably the best way to interpret it. The idea came from Aaron, the production, the director, and he edited it all. He filmed it all. It was kind of his idea, riffing off like what we've kind of thrown at him. So
And is he like
yeah.
a friend of you guys, or do you guys seek him out? I want to ask some questions actually outside of like fans, but other bands and artists who listen to us. I just want to know. You don't have to tell me exactly, but how much does that cost to do for all you? And I know all you guys work your own job, so I guess you're sometimes a little bit better off than other bands who are just on the bone of their ass. I mean, you probably still are, but how does that work? What do you have to?
Well, this video, it costed a lot more than
Yep.
recording
The
the
first
album.
one.
Okay.
Recording the album, I can tell
Okay,
you
I
right
got
now. And Aaron is a person that we met through a friend of mine that he has a band, and he also worked on the first video. We became friends, and we started to work together with him. But yeah, it's not it's
Yeah.
not. It has a budget. This video has
Okay.
a real budget, and we were putting everything on it because it was the
Yeah.
the single leading to the album,
yeah,
and we wanted
And
something big.
it puts you right in the face of everybody when you've got a video. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
And-
can see it costs more than the album, but it's the exposure is just like it's there already. You know.
Yeah. We
cool.
we copped it a lot. Like our first video with Aaron was just the performance video with fading colors, and then the second one we're like, we just want to do something bigger. We have to go bigger because we got a lot of praise for
Yeah.
fading colors, and like the editing on that is amazing. He did a great job. And yeah, when we wanted to do like a narrative, he was like, cool, easy. It's going to cost a lot. It's going to be a long day,
yeah.
or maybe two. And look at the product. It worked,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Pays off.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
it
didn't
paid
want
off.
just a performance video.
Yeah.
Because we already
Yeah.
did that with fading colors, so we wanted something else.
Yeah, and everyone does that, I guess, at the start anyway, because it is cheap to do. I guess it's just one
Yeah.
shot,
Yeah.
kind of, and
Yeah.
And
that's really cool. And you guys are right down there again. Drop D or C or somewhere, are you?
Drop C. Yeah.
C.
This is
Okay.
the mainly drop C we are playing. The new songs that we are writing are using different tunings and different
Yeah.
flavors because we
Yeah,
are
yeah.
already working on the next things. Actually, we have probably the next EP or album almost written.
oh wow,
Hardest working
Yeah.
band. Hardest working band.
yeah.
That we have on, Tony.
I just agree, and a gutsy band. So when you look at that Ghosts of Paradise film clip, the quality's just immense. It's like 4K. It's gutsy. I mean, how many bands do you know that would put something together like that? Like Braggy, it's just like phenomenal. It's it's good. So, and
Thank
and
you.
looking at
Thank you.
looking at the amount of streams that you've had on Spotify, obviously the fans are responding as well, which is positive. So, because you can put videos now on Spotify, it's
Yeah.
so,
Yeah, it's true.
so that's awesome.
We are very happy with the streamings. We have 35,000.
30. And I think we just reached 36 today.
Oh,
So
36. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I was talking to it with my day job manager, and he's like, "Oh, saw your post, and yeah, good on you." I'm like, "Yeah, thanks. We just reached 36K." Like, just as I was chatting to him, just as about to show him, and he's like, "Oh, it's like someone's listening right now." I'm like, "Yeah, probably." Like,
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's
people
great. Well, I mean,
love it.
it's like the sound you guys have. To my head is, I guess maybe it's because of the drop down. You kind of, I'm going to put you in a box now. Everyone hates to do that, but I'm going to say because it's the thing is that you got that post grungy sort of, Soundgarden sound, but because you're Australian, it's got those references to those Aussie bands as well. It's just, and I always say that. But it's just so...
You love your Aussie rock, Braggy. So.
Oh, but it's just funny how, because it just somehow seeps in.
Yeah.
Even if those Aussie bands aren't your influences really, and they're more American bands, there's just something about you guys remind me also of the Butterfly Effect. It's another Brisbane band. You heard of them? Butterfly Effect?
Yeah, I've heard of them. I haven't listened to their stuff.
Dog-
I got offered to go to see one of their shows last time they were here, or last time they were doing something, and I think I was working and
Yeah, they're a
I
little
couldn't
bit
go,
more.
but yeah, I wanted to go.
Yeah, I love it. What do you think, Curly?
Yeah, it's I almost think they're a little bit unique in what it is that they're doing at the minute. And even when you listen to the EP, so you listen to a song like One of a Kind, and it's a long one, boys. 5:51. My God, what are you doing to us?
Yeah.
So,
It's art. That's
Yeah,
art, Curly.
for these days, that's an impossible song, but that is, let's say, a song for us.
yeah,
Yeah, sometimes
Yeah.
you just got to say, "Fuck it, this is my art. And this is what's
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
out there." That's what all the great people do,
Yeah, that's the answer to that.
Yeah,
that's our song. We always thought that it was a little bit long, but that's what we wanted to say
Yeah,
with that
yeah.
song.
So
So that's why we leave it.
so
The album.
I don't have 6 minutes of it. So let's put it on, and let's put on One of
Hey,
a Kind.
they told Led Zeppelin that Stairway to Heaven was too long.
You can see it's yours. Do you open with that song when you're playing live?
We close.
Quite the opposite. We close
Oh,
it.
it's a
close it.
closer.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
The interesting.
yeah, I could just see it as a real opener and an extended opening because you've just got like once again, we only played a very short snippet of that particular song and we sort of pick it up. Not at the beginning either. So to me, I could just see that almost being like a what's the song that they play as people come on stage, Braggy? It's sort of like the backs and then
The curtain song.
yeah, and then the band starts kicking in and yeah. So anyway, just my thought.
Yeah, but as a closer, man, there's so much room for that. Some big lead breaks there, big
Yeah.
solos.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the
Big
vocals.
lead
So-
break.
Ryan's vocals on that, like that's not out of
it's
place
soaring.
in an
It's crazy, yeah.
in an American stadium, like just thousands of hundreds of thousands of people, and you've got the vocals that are just soaring vocals.
Yeah.
It's just
I mean, that even goes like to the big hair rock. It's almost Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
Some of his vocals, eh? So you guys must have a lot of influences. There's really a lot of pop sensibility in there as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The interesting of that song is that it was entirely written in the jam room, and in fact, my lead parts are all improvised.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Every all improvised, but because I wanted to capture the feeling and not just playing to the notes.
Not working it out, yeah.
Yeah. So and because we were playing those songs for a long time, at the time of recording, it was just recording by the feeling and capturing the moment.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
So
from the
all those
time,
lead parts are not written.
and Alex, from the time you wrote it to then you go out and gig, and obviously when you go out and gig, those songs they change, don't they, over the course of so many gigs? Because you go somewhere on one of the gigs, especially if it's your last, if you play it last, then you go, fuck, we've got to keep doing that bit there. Is that
Yeah.
so? Has
Yeah.
it changed a lot since you started?
Not a lot, because I try to play close to what we recorded. But as I said, I go with the feeling, and if I like to do a different bands or something like that, I will go with what I feel, always in the scale, in the range that I'm playing. But
Yeah.
in that song, I have full freedom to do whatever I want because I'm not playing chords. Basically, I'm playing a layer that follows the rhythm without, the touching vocals. So I'm not playing much when vocals, and that's
Yeah.
what I do, that one.
Yeah,
It's cool.
It's sort of the description of that song and the bass line's amazing. Every little part is like its own specialty little part. And I'm reminded of when we had Chris Mazurek on the show, Braggy, and he talked about the Radio Birdman song "Descend into the Maelstrom," where everyone's just playing right at the edge of the maximum sort of thing, or tipping over, and everything's just jammed into that one song. And he sort of typifies that as the Birdman sound. And then when you listen to that song and you're hearing like everyone playing their instruments in such a way that they're all standing out but all meshed together, it's a very similar sort of a concept, isn't it?
They're special moments. I think the boys they'll agree when you're playing live there, and it doesn't happen every night, but there's sometimes when all of you are just like you're inside each other's head. You're all right on the money.
Yeah.
There's no better feel. It's like you're flying. There's no better feeling than that. And you can see by looking at the crowd that they have for some that whatever that force is that when you all link, it's just.
It's
hard
not
to
just the
describe.
four of us. It hits every single person in the room, and I agree. It feels like you're flying, and it's an amazing feeling.
I know.
when you're
That's great.
when you're on as a band, it is the best thing ever. It doesn't matter if there's like 2 people in front of you, or like 50, or 500, or 5,000. Once you're all on, and that one other person in the crowd is linked with you, it feels so good.
Yeah.
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 So from a band of rejects, One of a Kind sounds like a a bit of almost an uplifting song in so many ways as well, isn't it? So
It is, yeah.
It is, yeah. It was kind of written as to be like a self-titled song, I believe, like when we were kind of writing it, because at the time before that song, I said to Ryan, like, it would be really cool to have like a reject song, a song for the rejects. And then it kind of became this one because like every reject's kind of one of a kind, and all four of us are all from very one of a kind backgrounds, and
Yeah.
it kind of linked into there, but it didn't end up being titled as Tailor Made Rejects, which I prefer because
Yeah.
one of a kind is much straight to the point. You see it,
Yeah,
oh,
no,
that's right.
I get it. That's good. That's a good point.
Yeah.
excellent. And so the next one on the EP is a song called Odd Head. Tell us about.
Let's talk about this one before we play it. So tell us about how did this, like a lot of times I'm interested in the writing process too. What's the first spark? Is it you get the chords, you get something idea first, and then how does it develop?
This one, I think Ryan was at his place. Literally, he said to me earlier, I think it was like might have been Audio Slave and Black Label Society, or maybe Alice in Chains and Black Label Society, or something like that.
Yeah.
And he just said he was just like sitting on his couch, and then the first came to him,
Yep.
and he just ran with it.
Yeah. Okay.
And then when it came to us, it just became, it went from what he sent to us to just the big beast that it is, and it's just such a headbanger. And
Yeah.
and then it got to Chris, the producer who recorded the entire EP, and he was also just like, there's like little things, you're so close, but just nail these 4 hits or nail these very tight moments, and you've got it. You got this beast on your hands. Yeah.
Cool. That's a great intro into it, Curly.
Yeah, it certainly is. So this is Odd Head.
Sipping in the seas, passing time this way, returning to a peace. I got it yesterday, and that's why. Oh yeah, and that's why don't make you do. No matter what, she's offering, yeah. Rain fall from the sky. I'll always deny the poison me for rotten along this road, a choice I need to make. Do I conform to the sickness or self-medicate? And that's why I don't make deals with the devil. No matter what she's offering, yeah. Rain fall from the sky. I'll always deny the poison made from rotten berries.
Yeah.
I'm hearing Rage Against the Machine in that too, just
Yeah.
quietly. Yeah. I don't know if that's
A lot of space.
Yeah, I don't know if that's intentional, but yeah, that's what I'm picking up. So
We worked a lot with the arrangements in this one, just to add little parts. For example, when the song starts, I play with a wah, some little noises just to make it more things like that. We worked a lot with this one.
I love. There's lots of space in it, which is that's hard to do. Just to stop yourself from playing too much. And that's
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
really
true.
cool. I want to ask about: are you an artist, Zach? Is that your painting behind you, and is that the painting I see when I see the?
That's a good question.
That is a great question. Yes, that is the
Yeah.
EP art painting.
Yep.
No, it
That's
is not
cool.
mine.
Oh, you didn't do
It was
that?
actually, I didn't do that. That is actually my dad's. My dad did that probably at least 15 years ago.
Oh wow.
Wow,
Yeah.
So
that's so
I've
cool.
had that in the family for so long, and then when we needed an artwork, we didn't have one for so long.
not?
We couldn't just stop and think, what is in our hands when we think of this EP? Until we were sitting in the jam room. We weren't even on our instruments, and we're running through ideas or running through photos, and there was just something Ryan said, and he was kind of just describing this, almost exactly this, and I've just gone, I have that. That is at home. That is mine. Like, and I bring up a photo of it, and he's like, that's
Actually-
exactly what I want. That's exactly what I'm looking for.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that was
And then,
amazing. Yeah.
Then we settled on it, and yeah, now it's my backdrop for most of these interviews that we do. So it's a great story, and I will tell it.
This,
But yeah, I've
that's
had
cool.
this for so long.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
That's
a real
great.
painting. I think it's in oil or something.
No,
It's
I got no idea.
Acrylic?
Acrylic.
Acrylic or
Acrylic,
oil? Something like that. Yeah.
It's not. It's definitely not oil. I can tell you that.
No? Okay. Acrylic.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
oil's too expensive.
There seems to be a real chemistry in the band.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you all Broncos supporters, or is it just Zach?
No,
Alex is not. I can tell.
No,
no.
I'm just a guitarist now. I'll follow footy.
I know Nathan likes the footy. I actually don't know what his team is. Maybe Broncos.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Feel free to
don't
ask.
ask. Don't ask just in case.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
All right. So before we play the last song that we'll get to tonight, tell us about what's coming up in terms of gigs for you guys.
Well, I can
Ooh.
start. The first one I have them in front of me. We have Mundal Festival, huge festival, 27 bands on the 4th of June.
Yeah.
Then we are having another gig at Tomcat on the 10th. We have another one on the 17th. We have another one. What is this one? It's for another gig at the back room on the 9th of July.
Yeah.
With another like
Uh,
11 bands.
Yeah, 11 bands.
then-
We are booked until November already. We
Wow.
have we have
Yeah.
we
13
What
gigs
about
lined up.
yeah,
like
13
radios?
and we are
Is anyone?
Sorry, what?
Yeah, we missed you there, Braggy. Your internet played up.
Oh, is it? It seems like you guys are playing up. It's me. Is it? I was just
Yeah.
saying it as radio calling you guys. Is like, are you, Triple J or anybody?
not yet, but
They fucking should be.
we'll be soon. Oh, why not? But yeah, we have 13. You said, Zach? I didn't count
Yeah,
them, but
13.
we have a couple more being confirmed.
Okay.
So we are busy.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
we love it.
And 27 bands at the Mansfield Tavern is that Moondole Festival. So
Yeah.
tickets are not bad either. $45 to go see 27 bands, and yeah,
It's a bargain.
absolutely.
Even bands from New Zealand coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
It's a
awesome.
huge day. We're so keen.
So, do you have like an agent that helps you with the bookings, or is it all done in house for you guys?
All in house.
All of us.
Wow.
All that. Yeah.
Oh, there's gonna.
So far
Maybe
we can
it'll be
handle.
helpful.
Just gets
So
the
far we
work-
can handle it.
The workload just gets more and more cool.
Yeah. It's
Like you
not
said, we're the
that
hardest
easy.
working band. Like,
Yeah.
How do you
Yeah.
find time to watch footy?
I usually sitting here with a laptop watching the game, or I'm at a friend's place where I have to. I would ignore the band stuff.
Yeah, it's Friday night this week too, Zach. So the Titans are a bit of a danger game. So always.
We watch it on the phone at the gig.
Playing the set in my phone just right next to my hi-hat and just watching it, waiting, just playing the set, like...
Yeah. Oh, they must have scored.
Oh,
Say.
All right, so the last song that we'll play is a song called Stronger. Let's what's that about? Talk us through that one.
This one's pretty straightforward. This is like just such an uplifting, like, you know, when you're down and out, only just makes you stronger, basically. We kind of wrote it as a live song and then went to the studio, and I feel like it loses a bit of energy, but like when it's live, it kills. Like it just brings your heartbeat so up. It just makes you feel good.
Yeah.
And that's why it's actually my favorite song in the EP. Like it just makes me feel so good, and if it makes me feel good, I hope it makes others feel good. And
Makes
it's
you-
just
Makes you feel stronger.
makes you feel stronger.
Yeah.
So
All right, so let's see how we go. This is Stronger.
I guess I'm just a freak show, baby. Dancing with all my senses. You took a shot and hoped I'd never see the fucking light of day again. Yeah, I'm bringing the rain. I'm pushing through the pain. Sakurai! Drown me, make me believe I'm gonna die. Yeah, when I'm down and out, my friend, that's when I get stronger. Hate me, berate me, and tell those lies. Yeah, when I'm full of doubt, my parade, that's when I get stronger. Ooh, that's when I get stronger.
Mate, that's got energy in it recorded, so
pumping.
could you imagine what it's like live, Braggy? So,
Oh, mate, that is pumping.
yeah.
We open with this one. With,
Ah,
this
there you
song.
go.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
and once again, you could almost hear the opening bars put onto a loop as you come on stage, and then
Yeah.
you guys just launch into the song. That would be fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I need to.
Look at that, that's a really good idea.
I need to get
Yeah.
just to get the crap. Well, it's not my idea. Mick Blood talked about that when we talked to him about Lime Spiders. That he the Slave Girl song was who covered that, Braggy? I've forgotten, but it was a big band in the States, and they did the opening bars of Slave Girl on a loop as they came on stage and set it up. So. And since then, you sort of think about songs where that would work, and I think that's one of them. So, Goo Goo Dolls.
Yeah.
Goo Goo
Goo
Dolls,
Goo
that's
Dolls.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh yeah.
So that.
I saw them live ages ago in the States. Yeah.
So, guys, well done. Congratulations. Great videos,
Thank you.
great EPs. Your social media is still on point. You guys ticking a lot.
They're all over everything.
Ticking a lot of boxes. So, and I guess that what's the process with Triple J with their Unearthed series? How does that work? Does anyone know? Do you put forward the songs?
Really?
Yeah, I'm not sure. They kind of look. Triple J look for much younger. I'm not saying you guys are old, but you know, but you don't need that. You just fucking keep going with what you're doing. Someone's going to pick that up for sure. They got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sooner or later,
got
yeah,
it.
the music's good. It's just, but What sort of I'd imagine your crowd or your fan base is growing when you're playing as live as much as what you guys do.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I feel like every gig's getting a bit bigger with crowd wise.
Yeah.
Granted, some I don't know. It's weird. Like some shows very much so.
Yeah.
Like some shows it feels kind of flat, but like every show we feel like we pull everyone in that venue to us.
Yeah.
Because then we look back after we finish playing and we feel kind of bad because like there's no one watching the next band, but we had a packed room somehow and we had no idea who they were.
Yeah.
So it was,
You know, if you got
Yeah,
like
it's weird.
20,000 or something, however streams you're saying, 30,000, someone's going to notice that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
yeah.
Absolutely. And do
Just keep doing the thing.
you see, like, do your fans call themselves like the Rejects, or do they have a little bit of a title that they have, or?
I think we just call them rejects. I think we say fellow rejects because we were all rejects as well.
We call them rejects sometimes.
Yeah, everyone's
when
rejects.
when we post something on social media, say, "Hey, rejects, we are doing this, we are doing that." Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it just felt natural to call everyone a reject.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it became natural.
Yeah. Well, you
Yeah.
guys are saying we're rejects, so you know the whole thing. It's not like you're standing above them saying we're not. You know, we're superstars or gods. You're the rejects, and then the fans that
We are.
support you are all fellow rejects. I like that concept. It's beautiful. So
Yeah.
excellent. So.
Should be in marketing, Curly.
I should be in lots of things, mate. So these guys are the marketing geniuses. You know,
They are.
I don't know if you listen to the podcast regularly, but I was trying to explain the film clip when you first put it out, and I called it like Teletubbies meets Star Trek or something. That was what I was.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's a good.
yeah. So anyway, so.
That's you're dating yourself, Curly, again.
Yeah, absolutely. Teletubbies. Alrighty, guys, put up with us just for a little
Right.
bit while we close down the show. Braggy, do you want to go first or me? This is episode 65.
You go first if you
All
want.
right, I've
go.
got something that absolutely does not fit in with the band. It's a band called The Leftovers from 1985. They're Australian ska. You know, the
Wow.
old ska. And
I've got a feeling I know them.
and this is a cover version
So
of Suzanne.
I think they would have played up in Townsville.
Yeah, I think they did. And this the main song was a song called Suzanne, Beware of the Devil, which is a cover. And on the B-side was So Long Farewell, which is just a pretty fast-paced ska little song. So, yeah, that's The Leftovers from, they're a Sydney band, I believe, and out of 1985.
I'm going back further than that.
Yeah?
48 years ago today, this album came out. It's a classic. It's David Bowie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Diamond Dogs.
Diamond Dogs. And one thing that's cool about this album, it's a fold out, and if you're lucky enough to have the one where he has the genitalia out, then that's worth thousands. But most of them have been brushed over. But there is a few that still have a little dick and balls there. Yeah, and if you've got that one, you're in the money. So
Wow.
I might have to go and check mine, guys.
yeah, you better
Get
go
that,
check
man.
it. If you got the dick, Zach, if you got the dick and balls, there's a thing you pay for
I don't
another
know, but I
video.
kind of hope so. Actually, even if I do, I'm never getting rid of it. It's a great album. It's David Bowie's
Yeah,
Diamond Dogs.
isn't
I
it
love
so cool?
It's so good.
He's a true artist, that
Yeah,
guy,
absolutely.
Oh,
in every
100%.
sense.
Yeah. Excellent. So this week
right.
we've had Tailor Made Rejects. What an awesome Brizzy band. Next week we've got Ruination. So we're talking grunge alternative rock right out of Maryborough, right here in Queensland. So
Fucking Maryborough, it's going to be good.
I've seen a couple of their videos played at, you know, the old style country pub front bar, and mate, it's
love
going
it.
to be interesting to have a chat with the boys from Maryborough. Ruination, that's next week. And the week after that, we've got Clara Durbridge from North Stradbroke Island, a country and western artist. So We cover all genres here. So don't forget, wherever you've listened to us or watched the show, please like, follow, review, share it with everyone. We like to have unfiltered conversations and talk about undiscovered talent. And these guys that joined us tonight, Zan and Alex from Tailor Made Rejects, are absolute talent. So they deserve to be discovered, and that's what we're all about. So follow us on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. We'll make sure the Tailor Made Rejects songs are in the Unfiltered and Undiscovered playlist on Spotify. And in the words of the great English poet Billy Bragg, in a perfect world we'd all sing in tune, but this is reality, so give us some room. Thanks for tuning in to episode 65, and see us all again next week. Thanks again, the boys from Tailor Made Rejects.
Thanks, boys.
Hey guys, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
No worries.
L'amore conquista tutto.